Hi, I'm Kasha, and this is a short session for your hands. Hands are being washed a lot at the moment. We're worrying about what they're touching. We're not able to reach out, hug, high five and touch people like we normally do. And maybe we're holding a little bit of stress in the neck, shoulders and down into the arms. So this little session is like a love letter for your hands. So we're going to do a little bit of gentle touch, some hand yoga, a bit of massage, and then a really gentle breathing and short meditation at the end. So get yourselves organised. I'm just kneeling here on a bolster. You might want to even sit at a chair or a table. I'm going to use a little bit of hand cream. In fact, I'll pop that on now, and take any jewellery off you've got. I'm not going to use the balls today, but those of you who've done any hand massage with me before with balls, you might want to just do that instead of using your other hand. So you can be moisturising while we chat in here. Nice to have you here. So we're just going to use our hands for a little bit of treatment for our hands today. This kind of session is also really good for helping us with the slowing down. Slowing down and taking these moments to help our nervous system have some time to slip into rest and digest mode. That even smells good. Alright, so let's start this slowing down with popping your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. Maybe sigh, and then tune into what your hands are feeling there and that softness of your belly. Try and feel the movement of your breath. As you breathe, your insides move, so just soften up and allow that to happen, and tune into the feeling in your hands. Allow the belly to rise and fall as you breathe. Yeah, super way to send the message to your mind and body that this is slowing down time. Hands are soft, belly soft. Take another breath, just a little bit longer and fuller. And then feel your hands come together, and you're welcome to have your eyes open or closed as we move through the session. Just feel your hands gently moving together with a little bit of rub side to side, just feeling sensation through the fingers and the palms. Bit of appreciation for your hands. And let's take a hand hold. So a little bit of a squeeze, you choose how much of a hand squeeze you like. And try the other way. Thumbs interlocking. And just that little bit of a nice wee squeeze, thank you. Now try looping your fingers, so thread them, weave them together. And another little squeeze there, and then gently release the elbows out wide and turn your palms forward. Gentle stretch for the hands and the wrists. Try taking that overhead with an inhale, and exhale, roll your hands back down into your lap. Try the other grip, so weave them the other way. It'll probably feel a bit weird. Hands in front of your heart space, a nice little breath in. As you exhale, stretch your hands forward, maybe curl the back head down, stretch the hands. Arms up overhead for another inhale. And roll them back down into your lap. Exhale. Just let the breath flow naturally here, and let's come back to that little bit of rubbing. So let's warm the hands up a little bit more now with more vigorous rubbing. If you've got any injuries or sore spots on your hands or your fingers, please be mindful as we're doing this, just avoid those bits. I've got a spot there where I whacked my hand on the frisbee yesterday. Go around that. Nice little bit of fire. And then pause and peel your hands tiny little bit apart, just a few millimeters, and just feel that. Take them apart a little bit more. Nice one. Okay, and let's get into our first little bit of gentle touch. So with one finger you choose watch over the other hand. From the middle of your hand slide out one finger and back. And just taking each finger at a time. You choose if it's a little tickle or a stronger stroke. Just be quite gentle with yourself. Cool. Try the other hand. Slide through. And let your hands be soft, all the way from the palm right out to the fingertip. And then as you're finished that, gently fold your hands into little balls and then stretch the fingers out wide. And we'll do that a few more times. Let's go with an exhale as your hands come in. Inhale, stretch them wide. Couple more, maybe rest your hands on your legs as you're doing that so your shoulders can settle. Just keep flowing with your breath. Feeling your hands move in and out with the pulse of your breath. Alright, and then gentle little shake out a little bit. Okay, so we've got a bit of warmth and life into our hands now. Let's try a little bit of self-massage. So I'm using left into the right hand, I'm mirror imaging you. Just start at the base of your thumb. Now again, you're always in charge of how hard you're pressing this. We're not trying to damage your hands or go in super deep tissue. Just a bit of sensation. Maybe get some of those tissues sliding a bit. So if you're using your thumb, you could also use your knuckle or the knuckles in the other hand. Just explore then from the heel of the hand over to the little side. So kind of a press and greet. And then slide from the thumb side to the little finger side. And let's venture up a little bit to that space between the thumb and that next finger. So I'm using both sides of the hand here. Just a couple little pressure and release, and then try it again. And then venture up to the base of that next thumb. And the next finger, your middle finger. And we'll keep moving across. So a little bit of a press and greet and explore. And the little finger base down the hand. And in that palm area now, let's try circles. So from the little finger down to the heel, over and back up, and just draw around. So I'm using my knuckles to do that. The nice circles. And then finger by finger, and just try a little bit of massage from the base of the hand. Wiggle your way through. I'm doing the little finger first. When you get into the finger, over each knuckle, try a little bit of a gentle twist. And then a nice pull out. Whoops. Whoop. And try the next finger. Work your way up the hand to the base, and then feel through each section of the finger. Twisting, gentle, and a gentle little bit of traction pull all the way whoop, to the end. And keep going on the middle finger now. Remember, just the right amount of pressure for you today to get a little bit of sensation, a bit of movement there. Twist and a little pull. And then, where was I? The index finger. And then the thumb. Just finishing off this hand. Nice one. All the fingers. And shake it out. Lovely. Okay. You stay on the same hand, using your other hand now, wedge a couple of fingers in between two fingers and then squeeze them into that space, try and close the gap, and then do the next finger. So a little bit of a squeeze in, and the next finger, so strengthening around the fingers, and the thumb and first finger. This, the thumb's pretty strong. And now go back and try and spread them this time instead of close them, so open wide. And the next one, and spread the gap between your fingers. Good work, and then spread and release like you did at the start, and then just let it go really nice and soft. Ooh, lovely. Okay, let's try the other hand. So we started at the base of the thumb, just exploring and around that nice juicy, more fleshy area. You choose which part of you you're using to do that. Good little circles. Come on down and over to the little finger side, and then just slide from one side to the other. And as you remember, come back to that nice flow of breath, movement in the belly, some depth in your breathing. Okay, in that space between the thumb and the next finger. And then moving up to the base of your index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. And into the little finger, and then take the palm circles. Okay, and next try each finger at a time, so work your way up through the hand, through the finger, through each joint, little twist and a bit of a pull. And then the next one, wiggle, wiggle, squeeze, little twist and pull. Carry on. If you're really enjoying this kind of little bit of touch and massage, if you had a bit more time you could do your lower and upper arms to the shoulders. We're just going to do some hand work today. And then that final finger, avoid the sore bit. And the thumb. Nice, okay. So now between the fingers with a little bit of strength work, squeeze them inwards. And the next one, try and compress in. And the next gap. And then the thumb and index. Good work. And then go for the opening. So expand the space between the fingers. Expand the space between your fingers. Apologies if I'm not showing this stuff very well. I'm kind of new at this video, and I think we're all new at a lot of this stuff at the moment, aren't we? Okay, so a little bit of a rub and a shake out, and then squeeze in and stretch out. One more time. And let it go. Nice work, hands, thank you. Close your eyes if you like now. And as we slip into more of a breathing focus, I invite you to pop your hands back on your belly one more time. And just feel again with your hands that life of the breath moving within you. Now you might like to leave your hands there if that's working for you, or pop your hands on your lap or somewhere else where you're comfortable. And as we breathe now, each breath we'll take for the next 10, we'll feel a different finger. So I'll start you with my breath pattern, but if you're slower or faster, just go at your own pace, okay? So feel the breath move. And pop your awareness on your right thumb. Take an inhale and an exhale. And feel the next finger, index finger on the right hand, inhale. Exhale. Middle finger. Breathe in. Follow the breath out. Awareness to the ring finger on the right hand. You don't have to move it, just feel as you breathe. Little finger, breathing in and out. You're moving to your left hand, the little finger. Feel the little finger, breathe in. Breathe out. Awareness to the ring finger on the left hand. Inhale. Exhale. Middle finger. Breathe. Index finger. Keep the breath flowing. And your thumb. Now sensing all 10 fingers at once. Feeling all of your fingers. And feel the space in between your fingers, around your fingers, over the fingertips. Feel the palms of your hands. So just feeling for sensation. Noticing anything at all. Palms of your hands. And then both hands together. Awareness in your hands. Allow your awareness from your hands now to move into your mind space, like you're gazing into the back of your forehead. Try and stay with your awareness there, just noticing anything at all, any thoughts or images that pop by your viewing screen. See if you can keep your awareness there. You might have a blank screen, or you might have thousands of ideas and thoughts popping up. Just try and keep gazing into your own viewing screen. Try and stay observing. It's like you're watching a film rather than thinking about it. Just observe and notice. Let's send the awareness from that space now back down to your hands, and we'll slowly start to wrap things up. Keep your eyes closed, just be aware of where your hands are, how they're feeling, and then I invite you to bring them and crossed in front of your heart. You choose if you want one on top of the other or hands pressed together, and just feel again. We're taking this time in our day to come back into feeling and being, trying to step away from all the thinking. Just feel and be. Feel your hands. Can you feel your heart beating? Feel your breath moving. a heartfelt thanks to your hands, thanks to yourself. May we extend some of that love and care outwards to the same love and care you've afforded your hands. May all beings have the same. May we act the same way towards each other. Hari Om.